Hello, everybody watching in BooB Camp. We have got our Zoom room buzzing. I just have to tell you that I love Zoom room the best because I can see everybody's faces and we can interact a little bit more. So thank you, everybody brave enough to turn your cameras on in our Zoom room. And we are live on Instagram as well. So covering as many channels as we can, because does it really matter how we reach people to educate and to talk more and to spread the words of getting how important it is to get toxins out of our body? Because what happens when we get toxins out? What do we make room for? Energy. Toxins out means energy is in. And you know what? Who couldn't do with a little bit more energy? So a little bit of a recap. If you don't know me, hello, I am Chelsey Jean. I am behind the Chelsey Jean Lymphatics brand, bringing lymphatic health to our everyday world is my goal. A little bit of a recap. Last night we spoke about the gloves and how to do the lymphatic sequence. We went through all the different reasons why your lymphatic system is so important. Could be because 66% of the adult population is overweight. You know, that could be a reason. 21% of people who are aged between 16 and 85 have some type of mental disorder, anxiety going on in their system as well. There's a lot of fear going on medically. I had the best session this afternoon with an amazing man that I'm going to introduce you to more, but he is challenging the whole viruses even exist, because no one has ever isolated a virus. Never ever been proven that a virus actually exists. So, but yeah, let's not too excited about that. Let's get back to our lymphatic system. What we need to know and what we need to do and how we are going to incorporate that, maybe about 50 ways on how we can incorporate that into your life. Anybody with me? Want to have a go? Do that tonight? Yes, let's go. But I would love to start with who's been practicing, who's done their lymphatic sequence today. Beautiful. All right. Do we want to just shake it off and all have a go now? I'll have a session together. Do you know what animals shake? Shaking off the energy, getting their lymphatic system moving. Right. So we're starting with our gloves. Tonight I'm going to use the ball side of our gloves. And where do we always start? At our chest. I'm going to change it up a little bit tonight because I want to show you, if you had a little bit longer than 2 minutes, I want you to activate. Think of all of these lymph nodes as toilets. If you had 100 guests or 1,000 guests over to your house, you would want all the toilets in working order, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just want to have 5 working. You'd want all those toilets working. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to open up all of the nodes first. So the 300 that we've got in our chest area and underneath our arms. Then we're going to go to our belly. And we're going to wake all of them up too. Because if the body can't push the toxins out, what's going to happen? They're going to sit in one area, fester, and probably cause cancer. So now we're going to go to the groin, bash, 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 all the way around. Now, if you are a little bit sensitive, you know, go a little bit softer. Now, the knees, around the knees, okay, and then the ankles. So by doing that first, we can't really do much with gloves on. By doing that first, we're opening up all of the toilets and our body is ready now to receive the fluid that we are going to push towards it. If you don't have gloves, it doesn't matter, just use your hands. Follow along the sequence and just brushing now towards your heart, because this is where all of the fluid has to go to then to filter through your body. So we're brushing towards our heart, brushing down our arms, making sure we're relaxed and smiling, and breathing deep. Because when you hold your breath, nothing works. Keep breathing. Right, brushing through the top, and then we can go our belly. Now I'm going clockwise. I'm going to the left, round and around my belly, then back to front, using the magnetic ball side, and then I'm brushing up across my bottom, up my legs, calf muscles, tops of the legs, bottom. Whack your leg up on something if that helps. That's it. And then we do a little bit of a bounce. Okay? Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay. Feel good? Toxins out, energies in. Hi from Mads to me. Can you switch to speaker view? Okay, view, speaker. Does that help? Is that better? Does that change the view for anybody?
No.
Mads, can you turn your microphone on and just talk to me, please?
Not yes, it's all good now. Yeah.
Okay, do I have to be in this mode, do I?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, because then I can't see everybody if I'm in speaker mode.
So you can so they can see you only
They
on
can see me
the
better.
view. Yeah, they can
Okay,
see
so
you
everyone can see me better in this mode on Zoom? Great. Okay. Let me come back to here. And I'll move this one over here. All right. That's how easy it is to do your lymphatic sequence. We've got the spiky side of the glove. We've got the rollerball side of the glove. But what else can we do to keep our lymphatic system moving at its best? Because if you're anything like me, you get a little bit of a snip and you're like, ooh, that sounds interesting. There's that chick with the gloves. She's talking about how she can help me with my inflammation. She can help move my hormones. She can help give me more energy. Maybe I could give this a go. And then it turns into a I'm obsessed because I feel amazing and I love it. What else can I do? And probably that happens after you have a couple of days of detoxing, right? And when that detoxing sets in, I don't know how long it's going to last for. I don't know how well your detoxification organs are working. I don't know if you're sweating it out at the gym every day or in an infrared sauna. I don't know if how much water you're drinking or what your liver capacity is. Is your liver actually working really well? I don't know how much you breathe out. I don't know that you've got a diet full of antioxidants and alkaline foods that don't get stored up. Remember that fat gets stored as fat. It's a lot easier. So if you eat too much fat, it's a lot easier for your body just to take that fat and store it as fat right here and here than it is for your body to take in the sugar and then do the work of then transferring that to fat. So remember, too much fat is going to harden the outside of your cells, which makes it harder for the energy to get into your cells, which means you're going to store fat and probably have insulin resistance, and then eat more because the energy can't get into your cell. All right. So when it comes to looking after your lymphatic system, yes, we're going to brush our body, but it also means what other lifestyle things can you do? And that's the things that we're going to run through tonight. So I might take you through an example of what I do, and then, if anybody else wants to add to it, then let me know. So in the morning when I wake up, I start rubbing my boobs. I lay in bed, I breathe deep, and I pump underneath my arms, just like this. I move my chest around, I move my neck, all the areas. I wake my body up. Massage my tummy. I even stick my legs in the air and wiggle them around. I put my knees up and I roll my knees from side to side. I do some nice twisting. That's just a really gentle way of waking up my lymph before I get up out of bed. I then will make sure to have a big glass of water. If you like to add anything into that water, try to have it alkaline. And so you can put your greens into that water. You can definitely squeeze some lemon in there, but watch the enamel on your teeth. And just give your body some hydration first thing in the morning. If I'm then getting ready and going for a walk, I will do my gloves, so I'll get dressed, and then I will use the rollerball side and do the sequence over top of my clothes. Or if I haven't worn much to bed, I will use the spiky side and then do that. So I just do a sequence, whichever is easy, spiky or rollerball side, before I exercise. Then if I go for a walk, walk the dog, and then I'll come back, I normally swim with the dog, and then to have a shower, I will use the spiky side before the shower, and then I don't use soap. I don't put soap on my body. I will just use the konjac sponges or a washer. When I get out of the shower is when I use my lymphatic cream and my magnesium spray. So I've got the 1 litre lymphatic cream here, and I've got the magnesium spray here. I mix them both together. Now, depending on the size of your body, I do 3 pumps of the lymphatic cream and a couple of pumps. I put a pump on my magnesium, but you can also just get it in the spray. And I'll pump that in my hands, rub it together. The magnesium spray, because it's got the MSM in it, does help the cream, one, last longer. You're going to get longer lasting out of your cream, but it's also going to absorb deeper down into your body. So I rub that together, I pat that down on my body, and then I will start rubbing it into my chest first, then my arms, and then my belly, then my bum, all the way around. And then I will go over that with my gloves. So then I will massage again all of my lymph area once I've used the cream. I'm using the cream to nourish my skin. I've got really nice skin. I will use the cream to strengthen skin. I will use it for the detoxification, the essential oils that we have in the cream. We've got Gotcha Cola, we've got lemon, we have arnica, we have frankincense, we've got bilberry in the face cream, we have peppermint in the magnesium spray. I should probably have them listed here on a piece of paper, but I don't. But let me tell you, there is a beautiful blend of so many essential oils, and it's not just a drop here or there. It is quite a big percentage of essential oils in the cream, and mixing all of that together with the castor oil. If any of you love Barb O'Neill, you'll see that she uses castor oil definitely around the belly button and around the chest area. With the castor oil in our cream, you can put it all over your body and it is going to get absorbed. One little thing that if you did want to try a new Barb O'Neill thing, I know Rochelle's been trying it. She's been filling her belly button with the lymphatic cream before she goes to bed and a couple of sprays of the magnesium. And, you know, she's like, Chelsey, I swear by it. I love it. I feel great. I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell the girls on BooB Camp and see if anyone's going to do it. I'm seeing a couple of comments in here about a terrible sleep last night. Yes. Once you start moving the gunk, guess what's going to happen? Your body is cleaning. It's going to start cleaning. I had a conversation today and I was told that there's no such thing as an immune system. How does that sit with you? There is no such thing as an immune system. We only have a detoxification system, right? The immune system is our cleaning crew to come and get rid of the mess, to come and clean and clean and clean. So I'm, excited to share some more about that with you on a later date. But all the lymphatic system is cleaning out the mess all of the time. All right. So then we've put on our cream. We've gone over with the balls. Then I get dressed and off to work. So that is, how many times have I done my lymphatic sequence in that? When I wake up in the morning, I've rubbed my boobs. Then before I go for a walk. Then I've used my gloves before the shower, put on my cream, and then use my magnetic ball side. Do I do it every day like that? No. If I have an extra 5 minutes, honestly, today I jumped out of the shower, my phone rang, and I was on a call. Luckily, it wasn't a video chat. Getting dressed and doing this sequence. Like, I am going to fit it in as much as I can into my life. I'm just looking, ladies, for you to do this 80% of the time. I just want you to care a little bit about you enough to go, oh, that's right, I've got to do my lymph. Even if you don't have your gloves with you, just use your hands. Take some deep breaths, beat on your chest, and love your body. Create some joy, create some fun. Acknowledge your body for all the amazing things that it does for you. All right. Other things that you can do throughout the day to help your lymph. Stop scrunching your shoulders. Have your arms back. Watch your posture. Breathing deep. A tip to breathe deep. I know that we're talking about breathing tomorrow night, but a tip to breathe deep. If you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, now do a breath. Did you breathe deeper? Did you breathe into your belly more when you placed your tongue at the front of your front teeth? Doesn't it help you breathe better? Right? Shay, yes, she keeps a set of gloves in the car. Your cream is the best I have ever have used, and I have used a lot of natural creams. Does not compare. Thank you, Liana. Awesome. Getting back to the didn't sleep very well. When we're mixing up a lot of these toxins, or when you get excited about something, it is going to keep you up. All right. Find out which is the best time of day for you to do your sequence. I used to be a Zumba instructor, and I'd get up on stage. I used to have 100 people come to my classes. Like, I felt like a superstar. $10 a person. I was making $1,000 an hour. Like, it was better than, how else can you make $1,000 an hour? Like, getting up on stage and shaking your bits. Leonie, you would have loved it. So because I got too excited at night, I couldn't then sleep that well. Same with rubbing your body and doing the lymphatic sequence. If you feel that it doesn't work for you to do it at night, maybe it's best to have a hot shower and then cold. Hot, then cold, and finish on a cold. Maybe just that stimulation of hot and cold is enough for you at nighttime to get your lymphatic system working. Maybe it's enough just to do some nice deep breathing. There are lots of different ways that you can get your lymphatic system working. And the other way that I'm going to show you now is our compression boots. I know that a lot of you watching have bought our compression boots, and you may have some on order. This is our CJ & Co compression. I've been using compression in my clinics for about 20 years. What we do is we make sure that we massage the body first, massage the chest and massage the belly and do the legs, and then we will put on this pneumatic compression depending on where is the most congested area in somebody's body. So if I find a lot of congestion in their chest, maybe they've had breast cancer surgery, maybe they've had their a boob enhancement, or they've had their implants a deplant. I think deplant? Explant. Maybe they have had an explant. We have getting a lot of women with toxicity issues with their implants, and they're getting their implants taken out. If you've got any scarring around your chest and wearing bras, then you are going to have this toxic buildup and this fluid buildup. Why does the body hold on to fluid? That's a role of the kidneys. If the kidneys aren't feeling safe, or it's like being stuck in the desert, your body is going to hold on to fluid because it's not safe. You know, it doesn't know when the next bit of water is going to come where it's going to come from. When your body feels safe, when your parasympathetic system kicks in and you are relaxed, that's when everything will flow through your body better. And that's the other reason that I love the compression, because when we put a client in the compression, even if it is their arms or their shorts or their legs, the pneumatic compression will get you into a parasympathetic response, which means you are not in fight and flight. You're not looking out for the tiger. You are in a womb held safe feeling. It's like when you swaddle a baby. That's the feeling of when we use our pneumatic compression, and instantly you can go off to sleep. So that's the one of the solutions to use before bed. The other people who use our compression is definitely our lymphedema clients and our lipedema clients. I use mine for maybe twice a week. I sit on the lounge and do my work, watch TV. I've got my legs in my compression and I'll be in it for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, pretty much until I need to go to the toilet. And I've got the pumps pumping, pumping, pumping. You feel so light. We've got the leg system here. The great thing about our CJ & Co compression is that we have 2 sizes. So if you are my height, 5'7", you would use the large. If you are shorter than me, you would use the regular. And then all you need to do is for the width, you can add in these zippable extenders. So you can add in 1 extender, or you can add in 2 extenders or 3 extenders. Depending on how wide your legs are, we can just zip in the extenders and they will fit you snug as a bug. So you don't have to pay the exorbitant amount of money for other brands who say that they have to custom make them for you because you are a bigger lady. You don't have that worry with us. We've got the shorts here. Why you would use the shorts is for lower back pain. Yeah. Or for any congestion that you have in your hips, any fluid stuck in the hips. Plus, it helps with digestion. And then we've got our waist, which we use as a liver pump. Also for bloating, we have our waist section here. Once again, it does come with an extender as well, so you can make that fit around your body. And then we also have our arms. So here you can see we have the arms section. Really relaxing, so beneficial. Honestly, I'll just let this lady in. Honestly, if you have any fluid retention, any lymphatic issues, any circulation problems, it is not just for sports people. This pneumatic compression is not just for pre and post sporting care, because our athletes now know that they can run and they can lift weights and they can do all the exercise, but they know that the secret is in repair. And if they aren't spending the time repairing their body, allowing the inflammation to work through their system, then they're going to get injured and they're not going to be able to get the best out of their body. So if they can make their relaxation part, their recovery part faster, they can exercise more and then maybe get the edge on their opponents. So we don't just focus on sports people. We focus on all shapes, all sizes, all abilities. I had my granddad in them until he passed away 3 years ago at 93 years old, and he loved the compression pumps. They're so good for lowering stress, increasing mobility, increasing blood flow, helps healing so much, moving the fluid that's stuck, re-educating the lymphatic system on how to move around. So has anybody got any questions about the price? So the price for the full body compression, so the full body here is $2,195 for the full body. The great thing about it is 2 people can use it as one at one time. So one person can be in the legs, the other person can be in the hips, and you can both sit on the lounge together, press go on the little motor, just over here. Press go on the motor, and then 2 of you can sit and enjoy the benefits of pneumatic compression at the same time. And just letting you know, if you do jump on the website and have a look, we have a pre-sale on at the moment with our full body system. That's a massive saving. So jump onto the website now and have a look, and you will see what the specials are for our full body compression. Okay, what else can we do? Any comments with that one? Okay. What about the groin area? I have painful adductors. So Jules, that was for the compression. We have the shorts. Can you see that they're not just little shorts? They're going to cover from your knees all the way up to your belly. And also they can add the extenders in the side as well. So it doesn't matter your size. We can help with that. So yeah, getting into your groin. It is really important to massage all through the groin. You can feel the lumps and bumps in there. You can feel the hardness. Normally in the groin area, you will match what you're feeling in the underarms too. Please take notice when you are massaging your body, when you're feeling your body. This is all about acknowledgement. When something goes wrong in your system, in your body, it's going to give you a sign. It's going to say, hey, you're not listening to me, or there's a trauma that's happened in the past that's coming up and that's showing up over and again and over again, and you keep on making those same decisions that from when that trauma has happened from up till now. Does anybody else love having kinesiology done? Kinesiology mixed with lymphatic flow is ultimate, is really the best. Kinesiology is a great therapy because it's not a talk therapy. You don't have to sit on the lounge and say, oh, when I was 5, this thing happened, and then when I was 7, this thing happened. Your brain, your subconscious does the answering of the questions. You don't have to sit and talk. It's a beautiful way that we can release these past traumas and hurts and feelings. And it doesn't have to be a major big thing. As we go through life, we collect these rocks. We collect these burdens. And as women, we pretend that we've got this big bowl. And it just gets bigger and it just gets bigger. And the burdens that we take on are from other people and not just ours, because we've got thick shoulders. We know how to handle things. We're strong. We're independent. We just do it. Before long, all of these rocks are going to cover up your beautiful light and your beautiful smile. We have to stop taking in these rocks. We have to acknowledge ourselves as being amazing. We have to honor our bowl. We're not just a plastic slop bucket anymore that's going to carry around everybody else's issues and troubles and burdens, until it gets to a point where we just turn around and just go, fuck yous all. And we probably say a little bit more than that out loud. So this is a way of acknowledging you, acknowledging that you're not just a plastic slop bucket. You are a beautiful bowl made out of crystal, made out of glass, made out of gold, who's not going to take on those rocks anymore. And when the filing cabinet starts opening, normally around the 45-year mark, it's going to start opening. And all of those past things that you've hidden are going to start coming out. Just acknowledge them, just see them, just thank them. Thank them for being part of your life. Take a big breath and send them with love. It's when you keep on closing that filing cabinet drawer is when that filing cabinet is going to fester. And who knows what's going to happen in that festery mess. It has to open. All of these things have to come out. Same with the lymphatic system. Once we start moving it, once we start just using our hands, even just using our breath, once we start opening up the toilets, activating those toilets to open all these lymph nodes, it might get a little bit smelly. Could get a little bit messy. You're going to go through some healing crisis, but it's healing. It's cleaning. It's healing. Let your body heal. Stop putting more of the toxic mess in your bowl, right? What can you do to help this healing process? What can you help get these rocks out of your bowl, these rocks out of your lymph? What emotions are you carrying that doesn't serve you anymore? Sounds like I'm getting into a coaching conversation right here, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, saying that, okay, saying that if you would like to have me as your coach, I am opening the doors for my Body Wisdom program. I only do it twice a year. It's $3,000. You can join. We will do your hair test. You will have consultations with me. You will have consultations with Pam, my naturopath. We will do your, it was the best. It was the best. It was your Why Are You Here with Doon. We do a consultation with her. It's 8 weeks. It's really 10. It's 8 weeks of working with me every Monday night, working through a program, learning about yourself, learning what rocks you're holding on to, learning my 10 rules of life and how I live by, and then putting them into practice, and then having me as your support, having the group of ladies as your support, finding out what to say no to and finding out what's going to get you to where you want to be. So if you'd like to work with me, I take between 12 and 14 ladies in my Body Wisdom group, and I only do it twice a year. It's the only way that you can work with me one-on-one. I charge $500 an hour for a consultation. So this is the only way that you can work with me one-on-one and in a group program starting the 17th of March. So if you are interested, please type in Body Wisdom into the chat and I will give you a call and we'll talk about if this is the best thing for you. Even if you think it's just something that you might be interested in, type in Body Wisdom and we will get together on a call and see if it's the right fit for you. If you think now is the time to make a change, now is the time to make a change. If you've tried some other ways, they haven't worked. If you've tried exercising, if you've tried diet, none of those things are going to work if your lymphatic system is blocked, if you've got rocks in your bowl, if your thoughts aren't, if we don't change what's going on in the back of your head. All right. So I'd love to work with you with that. It is an interview process because I have to be careful who I am adding to the group. So not everybody gets in. And so I'd like to have a conversation with everybody before they join. Okay. So that's speaking about the Body Wisdom, just answering some questions. If high fat diets can harden the cell walls, why does the keto carnivore diet work so well? Yes. So I'm talking about saturated fats. So saturated fats are the animal fats, are the processed fats and oils. So the saturated means nothing can get through the fat, but you've got the unsaturated fats. That means things can get through and the cell wall can be permeable. So your omega-3s, those types of fats, which you can get all through plant as well. Fish oils, that type of thing, is okay for certain people. It's okay if you're O-type blood. A-type blood people should be more of a plant-based diet. So we can go into lots of different reasons, because if you don't have a stomach acid to break it down, if your gallbladder, so many people have gone and had their gallbladder taken out and no doctors told them that they need to take enzymes. How are they going to break up the fat? How are they going to utilize that fat? It can't happen. So there is a lot of determining factors when it does come to your diet. And that's why talking to a specialist, doing your hair test, finding out what foods work exactly for your body is the best way to go. Does that answer your question, Weena? Cool. All right. Okay. Wholesalers. Yes, the ways to work with me, everyone. You can definitely, if you have a natural therapist practice, if you're a massage therapist, you can definitely become a wholesaler. You can become an affiliate. If you are just a lady, not just, if you are an amazing lady who takes this on and says, you know what, that's me. My body is lymphy. And then you start using the gloves. And then you notice, oh, my swelling's going down. Next couple of days, oh, I've got more energy. Next couple of days, oh, I'm actually wanting to eat better. Next couple of days, oh, I'm out playing with the kids. Next couple of days, I'm cleaning up my house. What's going on? Oh shit, it's using those gloves. That's what's made a difference to me. I want to share this. I want to share this with my friends. You can sign up and get an affiliate link. And then you can help sharing the word, help me share the word, and you can get a percentage. You can get a cut of what you sell, sort of like Tupperware, something like that. Because, you know, at the moment, I'm spending a lot of money on Facebook ads. I think I'm spending $600-800 a day on Facebook ads. I would prefer to put that in your pocket for sharing the love of lymphatics too, so then we can reach more people. Okay. 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 Discusses fats. Yes. Yes. That works. Beautiful. All right. So the other ways that you can help your body detox. What about parasites? Bum, bum, bum. We have so many parasites and candida and yeast and different things that are living in our body. Now, if you have candida, it's going to be like glue throughout your system. You can tell candida by whiteness on your tongue. That's one telltale sign. Or you might be craving sugary foods. You know, you've got the worms, need to have the sugary foods. Sometimes if you crave chocolate, it can be wanting magnesium, but sometimes it can be the worms, you know, wanting the chocolate and wanting the sugary things. If you have candida, it's going to take, and bloating as well, it is going to take you a lot longer to see the results on the scales or the results in the change in your body, and also to feel and think differently, because it also gives you brain fog, right? So you can't think clear. Clearing out the gut. Why is it so important to clean out the gut? Have you heard that the gut's the third brain, second brain, third brain? Yes. So if we have a lot of bacteria, remember our bacteria is we are more bacteria than what we are human. And if we have a lot of that bacteria in our belly, now when that bacteria rubs together, it sends a signal up our vagus nerve to our brain. If we have good bacteria rubbing together, the signal that we're going to get is, that's cool. That looks like fun. I'd love to do that. That looks healthy. Yes, I'm excited. If the signal comes from the bad bacteria up our vagus nerve to our brain, it's going to be, just do it on Monday. Sit on the lounge. I couldn't be bothered. Who's going to be friends with you anyway? Nobody wants to hear from you. Nobody likes you. Look at you. You're fat, you're ugly, you haven't done your hair, your toenails are overgrown, you've got a face full of pimples. You know that all those things that our brain tells us that most of the time aren't true. But if that baddie is winning over the goodie, that's got a lot to do with the candida in your belly. That's got a lot to do with too many baddies and not enough goodies. You might decide that it's time to make a change in your life. A lot of us decide way too long. But once we decide, once you draw a line in the sand and say, yes, I'm going to decide, the reason why we fail most of the time is because willpower runs out. We only get so much willpower in a day. And if you use it all up by lunchtime, the cookie jar's coming out at night because you've used it all up. If you get rid of the candida, if you have good bacteria in your belly, your willpower is going to last all day and then even beyond, because you're not fighting against this build-up of give me sugar, sit on the lounge, put your feet up, you look like shit, like all this negative talk. You're not fighting against that anymore. So the best way that we get rid of that is our good gut protocol. You can get that on our website. It gives your belly a great clean out. You will poo like you've never pooed before. You will get so much toxins out. It will also help restore iron levels. A lot of people are low in iron. So many people are low in vitamin D. Don't get me vitamin D. So can we please stop wearing sunscreen? Sunscreen is causing so much vitamin D deficiency. So we're lathering this toxic mess all over our body. If you are going to wear sunscreen, please make sure it is as natural as possible. Just zinc is the best way to do that. Wear a big hat if you're going out in the sun, but please make sure you're getting sun on your body, sun in your eyes, sun on your face. It is the most important thing that we need to have. So cleaning out the gut with our good gut protocol. How you know how long to get on it. I know this is not a glass of water, but pretend this is a glass of water. Take it to bed with you. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to look at the water and I want you to spit into the glass of water. Put that into the fridge. That afternoon, when you get home, have a look at the glass of water. If there aren't any bubbles on top, you don't have candida. So you're clear. If you get home and there's all bubbles, not as many bubbles as that, but if you see bubbles on the top, you have got candida and it's 1 month on the detox plan. If you've got bubbles on the top and there's strands hanging in the middle, it's 2 months on the gut detox. But wait, there's more. If there is a big globby on the bottom, it is 3 months on the good gut protocol. Your body is riddled with candida and there's no point doing anything else until you do this. Nothing else is going to work. You can try your ass off. You can run 10 miles. You can starve yourself. You can whatever. But if you don't get rid of that candida, nothing is going to last. Nothing is going to stay. Please put that on the top of your list. So far on our list, we've got breathing and doing our gloves, drinking water, making sure we know what to eat. We know, you know what's good and you know what's bad. Honestly, like you know. If you want to get into the nitty-gritties, that's okay. But don't use that as, don't say, oh, Chelsey, I didn't know exactly what to eat. Excuse. No, doesn't cut it with me. You know what food you should eat is the fresh fruit and veggies with a bit of protein and a bit of good fat. Nothing from the aisles of the shopping centre, anything that is in a box, nothing from there. You shop, it'd be best if it was organic. And make sure you wash your fruit and veg when you get them home. So if you're not buying organic food, make sure you can put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in your tub, in your sink. Let it soak in there for 10 minutes and wash it off with water. Let it dry out after that. You're getting rid of all of the sprays off as much as you can off the fruit and veggies. Eat clean, drink water. It will make a massive difference. Then if you want to get nitty gritty, because, sometimes people have got a great diet. People are moving their body. They're doing their lymph, but they might be taking some pharmaceutical, drugs their body is holding on to a lot of fluid. So we might then have to brush a little bit more, or we might then need to have a look at what can we do to support the liver. Because if what's building up in the liver, that phase 1 or phase 2 liver detoxification that we need to help with. What's going on with hormones as well. If there's a hormonal mess going on inside the system. So getting back to the necessary things to do, if you're only going to do 5 things, you're going to do your gloves every day. Now, what if you're sick? Do you need to do this more or less? You need to do it more, but you need to start slow. If your body is blocked and there's lots of hard rocks all the way through, it's going to take a little bit of time. I know that we are so used to seeing instant gratification. We're so used to seeing, we want instant results. You're going to get that way. I can just hear my gloves and you probably can't see, but I've got a lymphatic, my hair's standing up on top of, on my arms. I know that we all want instant results. You are going to get it when it comes to moving your lymph. There are changes going on inside your body. You just can't see them yet. Okay, using your gloves, breathing, watching your food, drinking your water, dancing, rebounding, having fun, giving compliments, taking compliments. So now we've talked about your lymphatic system from your neck down. We're going to talk for 5 minutes now about your glymphatic system. It's the way that your brain, so it's with a G, G-L-Y-M-P-H, glymphatic system. It's the way that your brain gets rid of the toxic mess. Your brain works hard. There has to be some wastes going somewhere, doesn't it? Where are those wastes going to go? How do we get rid of it? Is going up going to help? It needs to go down. So all of the waste from your brain, remember that our brain is mainly made out of fat, but it uses sugar for energy. It's going to, the waste from your brain is going to go down into your heart as well. So when you are massaging in your face cream, the hyaluronic acid, the aquoxyl, so hyaluronic acid is a natural, your body has hyaluronic acid in it. It's a natural product. And we've got our bacteria, our good bacteria in here as well. That's going to help protect your skin. When you're massaging in your face cream, you're going to start at your neck. You're going to start using your fingers or using your brush, your toothbrush. I love using my brush first. Once again, I have one in the car as well and at my desk, and I just love brushing down. It's sort of like flossing your teeth. It feels good. So I'm brushing down my neck. Then you see a line going down the middle. You're going to go from your chin across to your ear. So your ear is the pickup point where all of the lymph nodes are sitting here. All the toilets are all sitting there. So we're brushing across, just like this. And then the other side, across, and across and down. If you are a therapist who does facial massages, you need to change the way you're doing it if you are pressing up. You're going across your lips. So the glymphatic system was only discovered 7 or 8 years ago, not long. How it drains, how we get rid of wastes is by manually helping like we just did, but also sleeping. And sleep is a massive issue for so many women. You know how good your day is if you have a good sleep. Yeah, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I had the best sleep. You know that your day is just going to pan out. How shitty is your day if you don't have a good sleep? You really feel it, don't you? So there's lots of different ways to prepare your body for a good sleep. And when I say prepare, there is a little bit of work. There is a little bit of preparation that can go into it. You can rub your magnesium spray onto your feet before bed. That is a telltale, like that is a good night's sleep right there, rubbing magnesium into your feet. Making sure that you don't have screens in your face at least an hour or so before bed. That's going to definitely help too. Turning off the lights in your room. You're going to get your deepest amount of sleep if you go to bed by around the 9-10 o'clock at night. That deepest amount of REM, deep sleep, is going to happen when in that first half of the night. And then after, in the early morning, in the early hours of the morning is when you have your lighter amount of sleep. So just think about your brain going through, and Shay gave this beautiful analogy. Shay is our sleep coach. when your brain is going through a car wash, just think it's going through a car wash, it's going into a nice, deep cleanse. If it's coming out of it all the time and then trying to get back in, out of it and trying to get back in, the cycle is a bit disrupted. But if you're only going into a simple clean, you're just getting a cheap wash. You know, you've only just paid your $20 and you're just getting the machine to go over like that. There's no shemmy involved, and there's no getting around the tires and underneath and having that good 4-wheel drive deep cleanse. If you want your brain to have a deep cleanse, we have to have your sleep cycle working better. So reach out to Shay. She'll be in BooB camp if you would like some more information on the importance of sleep and how she can help with sleep too. But making sure that our glymphatic system is draining also helps if you're laying on your left-hand side. If you sleep on the left-hand side, you know, as well. So we're draining our body. Why? Because if we help the toxins get out, what comes in? Energy, life, flow, all of the good stuff. Are we ever going to get to a point where we don't have to detoxify? No, never. Not in the environment that we're living in. Never. You are always going to have to clean all of the time. Same like in my Body Wisdom group, I teach everybody Ho'oponopono. And that is saying to yourself, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And it's just a way of cleaning the energy. You know that like you can tell when somebody walks into a room what their frequency is. If you want to go closer to them or if you want to stay away from them, you know? So I'm always cleaning the energy. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We're cleaning the energy. We're cleaning our bodies. We're trying to clean our food before we're putting it in. Make sure your water is clean. Never drink tap water. Showering in it or bathing in it is bad enough when it comes to the water quality that we have. It's full of estrogens. That's why our men aren't men anymore. That's why women have had to stand up, you know, because our men are getting so much estrogens that are coming out of the water from everybody being on the pill, and then all going into the toilet, and they're all getting recycled, and they're drinking out of plastics and all of these things. If I was a conspiracy theorist and if I wore a tin hat, I could say that they were quite planned, because if we don't have big, strong men to protect us, we're going to be a little bit more controlled, aren't we? That's if I was a tin hat conspiracy theorist, I would think that. So, and we all know that I am, right? I'm here to help you clean your body, clean your environment, because it's not anything that's ever going to stop. You're going to clean yourself to a certain level. You're going to feel so good that you never thought you could feel that good. And then you're going to live there for a little bit, and you know what? I can feel better. I want more. I'm going to go for more. And then you go for more. Like, I'm so excited what this path can bring for you. You don't even know it yet. We can add in the fun. We can add in the adventure. We can add in all these things that you've always wanted to do just by using your gloves, brushing your body, stop putting in the crap, letting go of all of the waste, saying goodbye to holding on to the things that you don't need in your life. So there is my pep talk for you tonight, ladies. I've got a couple of minutes left now for questions. Have I covered everything that that I promised to cover tonight? I think maybe we have. Let me just go back here to this one here. And then I'm asking for on Instagram. Mads, I can't see Facebook. I'm so here for TCs. Team Conspiracy, yes. Thank you, ladies. Rightio. Quick questions. Why magnets in the gloves? Okay. One reason I put magnets in the gloves is when I was younger, I would always have sciatic issues. I would scuba dive. I don't know what was I was little, and I would pick up a scuba tank and I would move it, or something would happen, and I would always do the sciatic in my back, to the point I was only 16 to 18, and I would just be laid out flat with sciatic issues. I went to a Bowen therapist, and the Bowen therapist did some beautiful work on me. Bowen works really well on me. But then they told me to put a magnetic underlay on my bed, and also a magnetic seat cover in my car. And then ever since I've been using magnets, I've never had sciatic pain ever again. Is there a lot of evidence around that? No, they don't really let us share the evidence on that. But yes, like magnetic therapy, you are going to be seeing so much of it, especially in my Rejuvenest pod, my new saunas that I am bringing out next week. Super excited. We're using PEMF, pulse electromagnetic stimulation. We're using terahertz frequency. We've got jade crystals. We have a vibrating bed. Your head's on the outside. I can't wait to launch my saunas. If you're interested, please let me know. So I'm launching my saunas next week. We're using magnetic therapy. Or everything that's coming out now, healing-wise, is all frequency. I'm so freaking excited to share what we've been testing this equipment for the last 2 years with amazing results. So that's all the information will be coming out for our Rejuvenests next week. So that was the one reason I use the magnets. The second reason is we are so full of heavy metals. Any type of vaccine has heavy metals in it. Our teeth, heavy metals. Do you know that, what's it called? Iron Man food. What's that one? Nutrigrain. Nutrigrain, how it's got iron in it. It's actually got shavings of iron. So not iron that your body can absorb. Not iron that you can use. Shavings of iron. So if that's going on in our Nutrigrain, imagine how else it's going in. So magnets to be able to pick up and move metallic products that we have ingested or that we use in our body. If that can help, that's the other reason for magnets around that can get stuck definitely around our ankles too. So it's helped me in my life. So that's why I made the magnetic balls. Does that make? So does Weet-Bix. Yeah. Oh, Cal, wait till you see my Rejuvenest pods. I can't wait to get them out. So excited. If anybody has heard about a med bed, I went and had a meeting today with the man who's bringing them into Australia. And our Rejuvenest pods are so close to the technology. Their machine is a $25 million machine. Our machine is a $20,000 machine. So, so pumped to be able to bring that to everybody. Okay. Hi, Chelsey. I'm a new user of your lymphatic gloves, and where are we? And like it's been advised, I've experienced headaches after every use. I've followed the instructions using every second day, and I've used both the spiky and the roller side. Just wondering how many uses before I should have no headaches and reactions. So once again, Robin. So Robin, I don't know how much shit is in your body, and I don't know how long. I hope you don't mind me saying shit. Is everybody okay with me saying shit? Yep. How long that it has been there for. What I'm concerned about is how is the best way that we can help it get out. So maybe add some salt to your water, maybe some Celtic salt to your water, maybe help your liver a bit more, maybe do the good gut cleanse where we're getting rid of any parasites, we're getting rid of like poo. When you do the good gut protocol, you're going to poo like 6 times and you're going to think, where is this coming from? Because I've just pooed like a meter of poo. It is dead set that serious. If you've got these toxins in your body getting stored, and if you're an A-type blood, you know, your bowels are going to move a lot slower than an O-type blood person. What can we do to help those toxins get out of your body? Is it, you know, probably not allowed to say these words, but is it methylene blue that might be able to help? Like, what help you get those out? Is it N-acetylcysteine? I use Toxaprevent, and the government has just banned people from buying that as well. It was a naturopathic product that we're no longer able to sell because it works. You know, what type of binding ingredient can we use to help these toxins get out of your body? What can you do to help your liver so it can concentrate? Because having a headache means that it's working, okay? Means that you are going through a healing process. It means that the toxins are moving. I would prefer that to be coming out and you having some reaction than it stay there and cause a growth and some cell proliferation, or like something happening down the road that is going to be nasty. So I don't know, Robin, how long it's going to last for. If you can put up with it, please put up with it for a little bit longer. But then go and find a really good GP, an integrated GP, and get them to do your bloods. Get them to check where your levels are at. Get them to check if you have MTHFR, whether you have pyrols, whether you're an over-methylator or an under-methylator, because all of these detoxification pathways, some of your genes will be turned off, some will be turned on, and a really good integrated doctor or a really great naturopath is going to be able to help you switch some on or switch the others off and helping the detoxification process to work better. It can just take a little bit of time for everything to get to be functioning. Does that help? Do the lymphatics every day? Yes. Okay, Shay. We have a protein called beta amyloid that builds in our amygdala of our brain to clear the toxins, to help with brain fog and to help with longer cognitive function. Thank you, darling. Interesting. I'm A-type. Instagram, have you met anyone that is healed from lipedema? I'm struggling right now with this diagnosis. Doctor says it's unable to be cured, even if it's stage 1. Will the gloves help? So glad that you've caught it, Brianna, at stage 1. Like, well done, honey. And like, I've just got so much love and compassion for anyone now who is finding out that they have lipedema, because yeah, it is a situation where this toxic fat has decided it is staying, and it's staying hard. Do I want to tell you that it can't be moved? No, especially at stage 1, because if you can use your gloves every day, if you can make sure that you are breathing, if you're dealing with your traumas, because normally lipedema comes at a hormonal change in your life that is associated with a trauma. So if you can work on what was that trauma, and find out what that is, and we can do some work with that, the emotional side of things. If you can use your compression, definitely, you know, lipedema is a bloody expensive thing. You get no help from the government at all, with 1 in 11 women now having lipedema and so many not knowing about it. So definitely using your compression range. With your food, please eat 5 hours apart. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. No snacking in between. We've seen that really help with lipedema. Moving your body, breathing. There are so many different things that you can do. When you find out at stage 1, you've got the opportunity for it not to go on to stage 4, and then adding the lymphedema on top of the lipedema as well. So I'm working with another doctor, Dr. Oz, and he is working on a grant of using radio frequency and some other really cool instruments that he has put together on how we can help our lipedema ladies. And definitely with the new technology that is coming in really soon, please stay tuned on the results that we can get with the lipedema with our new technology. So hopefully that's Brianna, and it's just about awareness. Honestly, it's just about awareness. But with 1 in 11 women now having lipedema, it's spreading really, really fast. Like there's just so much trauma that has been around women. Okay. If you do the Good Gut Protocol, how many days will you be going like that? Okay. So when you do the Good Gut Protocol, take the Ultimate Fiber on if you've got the weekend off, have the Ultimate Fiber on a Friday, and then you can poo your guts out all day Saturday and Sunday, and then you'll have it regulated then by Monday. With the Good Gut Protocol, I know that my bowels move quite slow, so I'm better off having the Ultimate Fiber more for morning tea than at nighttime, because it takes me from morning tea to work through my system and then to be waking up in the morning and pooing. Most people can have it before dinner, wake up in the morning and poo. All right. So you will get to know your body and how fast it actually goes through your system. You'll end up being not in love. You can't be in love with poo. Fascinated. You'll end up being fascinated because you're like, oh, my poo today is like all down the bottom and like heavy. So it's full of like heavy metals, or it's floating up the top. So it's got more fat in it. Or, oh my God, look at that worm, when it's really only half a worm, probably snapped it off halfway through, right? So you will just be fascinated with worms and what is coming out of you, and you'll be feeling so squeaky clean and so full of energy. It's absolutely, everybody needs to do it at least twice a year, the Good Gut Protocol. Okay. I have a friend who has started chemo for ovarian cancer that might have spread to her neck. So I don't believe cancer spreads. Shana, so I don't believe cancer spreads. I believe that you can have cancer cells start in different parts of your body. Cancer doesn't spread through the lymphatic system or doesn't spread. That's my belief. She's exhausted, but I wondered if using the gloves around the time she's having chemo makes it worse, or no change. So think of chemotherapy is poison, right? It was developed in, was it World War II? So chemotherapy is poisoning your body. I'm all about loving your body healthy and giving and nurturing your body to give it the best environment for it to heal. All right. But I also want, if somebody decides to go down the chemotherapy route, I want them to 1,000,000% believe that is going to work, because what's going on up in their brain is the most important thing with whatever therapy anybody chooses to do for their body. Is it going to make it worse? No, it's not going to make it worse. Just also know that being around somebody who has had chemotherapy, it's going to radiate out of their body and into the room, and probably you will pick up on some of that chemo that is coming out of their body if you are going to stay too close for the first 4 to 6 weeks, as well as radiation, right? So it is that's why the nurses, they're all gloved up, aren't they? Like they're all in their big equipment when they're in the room doing it. Same happens for when you come home. It's still radiating out of your body. Would I be doing anything I can to support my lymphatic system? Hell yes. Right? That's what I would be doing. I haven't been put in a situation where I've had to make a big decision about health, but from what I do know, would I get treated in Australia? Okay. Kel's got Toxic Prevent, yes, in your cupboard. I bought it from, yes, great. Okay, so if you've got Toxic Prevent, you have it half an hour. So I have 2 of them, half an hour before food, 2 to 3 times a day. Great way to grab onto the toxins and take them out of your body safely. Liana, 45% of the population have MTHFR. And don't know it. That's why detoxification is so important. Absolutely. So it depends on, and then you can just take the right supplements to help whichever pathway needs to be opened. But none of that's really going to work if your lymphatic system isn't working. Your lymphatic system has to work to help the pathways all work as well. Okay, Shay, there you go. Integrative doctor, beautiful. Brianna, have you met anyone that is healed from lipedema? I'm struggling right now with the diagnosis. Yeah, doctor says it's unable to be cured even. Oh, okay, so we've got that one. Liana, yes, beautiful. Thank you, Liana. Good gut protocol. Yes, love it. Shay. Just received my gloves this week. When using them, I only get that tingly feeling on my legs, not on arms or anything like that. Is that okay? Am I doing it right? You're feeling something. So that is wonderful. All right. I would then probably concentrate on more of your chest area first. I know that you're doing it first, but maybe a little bit longer. Maybe add in the breath. Maybe like really concentrate on know what you're doing, because a lot of the times we do things and we're not intentionally doing something. Let me give you an example. A study was done in Japan years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and they had one guy who was lifting weights, right? Doing his biceps, lifting weights. They had another guy standing next to him, just doing the movement, but he was imagining that he was lifting that weight. And his muscle was growing so big, and he just thought, he tricked his body into thinking he was lifting something. His muscle grew the same as the guy holding the weight. So when you do something with intention, you're going to get results so much better. So when you are brushing, feel where you are brushing. Notice the skin. Notice if it's bubbly or thick. Notice if it hurts. Notice if it's looking great. Like, give yourself a pat on the back and say, hey, girlfriend, like, well done. Good on you for putting this time into yourself. Have some intention and pay attention to what you are doing. Then I think you will notice it more and feel it more in your body, if that makes sense. Instagram, hi there, recently purchased your gloves and loving them, thank you. What would you recommend for a parasite and heavy metal detox for adults and young children? So that's our Good Gut Protocol. You can get it on our website if you have a look at Good Gut Protocol. There are tablets, the VitaCleanse tablets come in chewable for children, or you've got the capsules for adults too. And the C minerals, everybody needs to be taking the C minerals. I know when I say it fast, it can sound like semen oil. It's not semen oil. It's C minerals, okay? C minerals, everybody needs to have all the minerals, so many minerals for their lymphatic system to work, for their body to work. And the other thing that I love about it, it has got sheep sorrel in it. Sheep sorrel, put your tin hat back on. Sheep sorrel will delaminate, so there's spike proteins in the they go around and put in holes throughout your blood vessels, holes in your stomach, holes, and they never stop, like this, holes. Sheep's sorrel takes the spikes off, so they can't put holes continually through your body. So yeah, it's called C minerals. I love it. It's got lots of magnesium, lots of calcium, going to keep you regular, going to give you the energy, going to help with fluid balance. It's one of my favorite products. So yeah, Good Gut Protocol, and you can add the kids' VitaCleanse. Oh, listen, as an adult, can you take the kids' chewables? Yes, you can, but the ultimate fiber is a powder. All right. And you put in 2 scoops of the ultimate powder, ultimate fiber. You mix it up with cold water, you shake it, and then you scull it. You have to scull fast before it goes thick, because then you just end up biting it. But I tell you, the cleanse will feel amazing. Start there. It's really good to, because we're moving our lymphatic around. We're doing all of this brushing, right? But what if it can't get out? If we are constipated, if we're not drinking enough water, we are just going to cause more blockages in our body. If we're not breathing, expanding our chest, letting that fat come out our mouth, letting all that acidic breath out, then we're going to have more of a toxic mess going on the inside. Okay? All right. Yeah. How many kids tablets and so the kids tablets, depending on your weight, have a look on the side of the bottle. I think you'd have to do maybe 4 in the morning and 4 at night, maybe 8 or so a day. And the sea minerals, 5 mils and a little bit of water down the hatch, and you'll need to have some water to follow that up too. All right, so let's recap. Let's recap tonight. Toxins out means energy in. We are brushing our body. How long do we have to do it for? The rest of your life, right? The rest of your life, until the environment cleans up, until our food system cleans up, until all the poison gets taken out. You will be having to do this for the rest of your life. So why not love doing it? Why not make it fun? Why not share it with others too, and just become a little bit accountable, moving the lymph around your body? We covered our compression. Okay, our full body compression. Did I say it's $500 off at the moment? I think we have got 20 full bodies left available on pre-order. Sale ends on Valentine's Day. All right, $500 off the full body compression suit. And we talked about the cream, using the lymphatic cream and the magnesium spray, rubbing them together. Just have the magnesium spray on anywhere that it hurts. It's going to really reduce the pain, and it's also going to help you sleep too, and for relaxation. We spoke about how diet and exercise and all of those things aren't going to work if your body has candida, if your bacteria is bad, you're just going to have bad thoughts. We've talked about how all of this is non-invasive, right? And it's all natural. Yeah. Anything else? Any questions? Anything that we need to cover? Please write in the chat box an action step. So after listening for the last 2 nights, what is some action steps that you're going to take? Action. Because a little step will then turn into another one, and then turn into another one. And before you know it, you're going to look back in 12 months' time and go, wow, baby, I'm glad you had my back 12 months ago, because look at me now. Right? That's what I want for all of you. What do you charge typically once trained for use in the compression? I think it's around $50 for a half an hour session in the compression. So I've closed my clinic now, but I am teaching other natural health practitioners how to add lymphatics to their clinic. So in part of the training, I teach them how to do the lymphatic massage on their client, and then how to choose which part of compression to use. So like I was saying, if you're all blocked up around your chest, we will use the arms. If you're blocked up around your hip area, then we would be using the shorts. Bloating, belly, and then legs. So if your legs are full with fluid and feeling heavy, then we would use the legs. Or you can use the arms and the legs at the same time if you've got the full body system, right? Use the gloves daily, brush face and neck. Yes. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. BooB Camp Day 2. Really, really excited that tomorrow night I get to kick back. I might even bring a chair into the studio because Liana is not only has actually been taking over my Instagram feed for the last month, she's now going to infiltrate Boob Camp, and I can't wait to share her with all of you because one, I want you to hear her story. I want you to hear her story of change because it's going to really motivate you to give this a go. Number two is we're going to all have a beautiful meditation with our gloves and doing some breath work. So excited to give you a beautiful gift of doing that, because if we're not looking after ourselves, if we're not nourishing ourselves, then our lymphatic system is going to be, stuck, looking all the time of what's happening next. It's not going to be in this beautiful flow of where it needs to be. So Liana is taking over the microphone with me tomorrow night, and I'm really excited to share her with all of you. And any more questions in here? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can use this, you can use two parts of the suit at once. You can use the waist with the legs. You can use the arms and the shorts, or the arms and the legs together. Definitely. Yes. Beautiful. Yes, there will be a recording, of course, that you can watch in Boob Camp. All right. So thank you, everybody watching on Instagram, for joining in all over the world. Thank you, everybody who's jumping into Zoom with me. Can't wait to see you all tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody. Bye.